Welcome to today's vlog. I was not planning on starting the video like this, but I did want to film a clip as I head out just in case I don't get another clip beforehand. Ashton has tomorrow off of work, so we are heading to Anoka to hopefully find the perfect couch that he is envisioning for his antique shop. We love oh my god, my antique shop. For his tattoo shop. I'd say like 80% of his shop is primarily made up of antiqued finds. I've never gone antiquing in Anoka, so I'm really excited. I know they have a ton on Main Street. I do go to Anoka a lot with my friend Maddie. We love a good wine bar up there. We love trivia, like it's a vibe. And then if you follow my TikTok, we love our wine bartender server girl. She's the one who called me out for my rainbow tattoo, so we love her. I'm packed up, heading over to Ashton's place right now, but tomorrow we're heading to Anoka to go antiquing, and then I also made us a reservation at their Speakeasy, the hardware store. I love that place. I went with Maddie, so fun. So I want to show Ashton the Speakeasy because it looks like a hardware store, and when you check in, they ask you what you're shopping for, and on your reservation, it will say something. Maddie and I got ladders, and then you tell them that and they take you back and it's a speakeasy. If I don't film an intro, that is what this vlog will be. I love a good small historic Main Street with like a ton of antiques and like cool breweries and wineries, and that's exactly what this is. So let's go antiquing, let's explore Anoka. Here we go. I'm back at the car for a second. I never really introduced this vlog, but hello, we're antiquing. Ashton bought a bench, so I am bringing the car around, but I have to wait till I'm able to drive, so I thought I'd take a second to, or merge. So I thought I'd take a second to say, hey, what's up? We're here. In that last clip, I whispered how I broke something in an antique store for the first time. That was so embarrassing. It was only $5 and he didn't make me pay for it, but I felt so bad. And then we ended up buying that big bench. He basically was like, just give me a price. So I was joking with Ashton about how he just has to add on the $5 that we owe him. Whew, I'm out of breath because I ran to my car so I could bring it over, but I'm also just on such an embarrassing like rush of I can't believe I broke something at an antique store. The next day, I dropped Ashton off back at his place this morning, and then his dad came with a pickup truck and they went to go buy a huge piece of furniture that we found in Anoka yesterday for his tattoo shop. But it's like 5:30. I feel like I'm just getting home for the day. I had a lash appointment. I went to my PO box. I ran a ton of errands, and then I did a little bit of light book therapy at Barnes & Noble. So we're gonna do a little Barnes & Noble haul because they gave me a free tote. I am a Barnes & Noble member, and you get a free tote every single year, and I forgot that the last time I got one was technically last year in November. So look at this beautiful orange one, a bag of books. I love this one too because it's, the employee was saying how this one feels like less branded as well because the Barnes & Noble logo is so small, but perfect. Think about this at the beach or the pool. Oh, I can't wait. I did indulge and I bought like 6 books. While we're here, I also stopped at my mailbox and we have a slight little unboxing. Even though I personally did not get any antiques yesterday, we looked, I just didn't see anything that was like, this is it. I was kind of surprised at how high the prices were in Anoka. A lot of the vendors had higher prices, which the further away from the Twin Cities that you drive, I assume that it's like not as expensive, but it kind of was out there. Ashton found some good pieces for his shop though. Like I said, he got like a big buffet table, side table piece of furniture. He got like a bench. He got some gold accent decor for his tattoo shop. If you're in the area and you need a good tattoo artist or shop, check out his shop because we curate and we shop and we antique hunt for most of the items there, and it's so cool. Even though I didn't find anything yesterday for me, after I ran all of my errands today and after my appointment, it's such like a gross, gloomy day here. It's also 35 degrees. It is April 19th and it is 35 degrees and snowing today. There were some flurries, questionable snow. It could have been hail or sleet, but definitely white snow was falling from the sky. So it was just a gross, cold, gloomy day. I've been wanting to stop at Barnes & Noble for so long, but I have such a hard time. I really don't allow myself to buy brand new books if I can help it. If I can help it, I will be purchasing books from thrift stores, secondhand, local or used bookstores because I love a good deal. And I found a lot of amazing books that I've been wanting to read at thrift stores for like $1, but there were a couple like new releases or nicer books that I just wanted to be the first one to own, depending on the book. Sometimes I do really want that brand new feeling, but oh my God, they're so cute in here. I just have to take a picture. Okay, also, this tote has a little pocket, inside little pocket area. I love it. I love it so much. Let me just show you what I got. I had like a very specific order that I wanted to have this in. I think it was like this. The Gen Z employee that checked me out, they were saying, oh my gosh, like you have a whole haul here, and I certainly do. So we're gonna do a quick little book Barnes & Noble haul. Because I'm a member, I also had my 10% off discount. These are just like justifications for me so that I don't feel like I just spent this much on books, but I had my 10% off members discount, and then I actually had enough credit or points to redeem $5 off. So I saved 10% plus the $5 off plus my free tote for 6 books. Not too bad. Obviously I could have done better if it was secondhand or thrifted, but I told the employee working the cashier as well, like when they mentioned that this was like a whole haul, I was like, this is my self-therapy today. I don't know if I will cut this. I have been cutting out this part that I'm about to say out of vlogs for months because I just didn't want it on the internet. And even now I'm like, I will probably cut this out. Beyond what I share online, there is such complex grief and trauma that my family has been navigating for years, and without saying anything unless you know, because I forget that I used to talk about it, and then I like mentioned it privately to somebody and they were like, oh yeah, I remember in like your COVID vlog you mentioned that. Like I didn't even know I mentioned it, but basically I have somebody in my family that has basically fuck, I cannot say it. I don't know, I guess if you know, I got the news this week that we have entered the stage of hospice care for something that's been going on. And that's obviously very heavy. And we have been prepared and processing this as long as we could, but it's still like even right now, I'm just so emotionally turned off to talk about it that if I seem okay, it's because my brain put me into like survival mode. But basically we got the news about hospice. I got the news about hospice, I think 2 days ago. And then yesterday was a blur because I was vlogging and I was with Ashton and we were just out and escaping basically. Today I needed an escape mode. So this is my little book therapy for what's going on personally in my family's life. I'm scared though because one of these books literally had like a trigger warning for the grief of losing a loved one, and I'm just like, do I want a book about something that I'm going through? Probably not, but thinking about like escapism, This is just how I escape. It reminds me of the TikTok audio trend right now where it's like, if she changes her mind, this is the first place she will go. This is the first place I will go. So it was great to escape. And you know, this is my therapy bill for the day. But let me show you what books I got. I got The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. This is giving The White Lotus. I don't know if it will feel like The White Lotus at all, but from the cover and the plot, it kind of reminds me of The White Lotus. So it's a girl's trip to stay at a villa in Italy. There's a death/murder question mark involved. Will the villa claim another victim before the summer ends? Inspired by Fleetwood Mac, the Manson murders, and the infamous summer Percy and Mary Shelley spent with Lord Byron at a Lake Geneva castle, the birthplace of Frankenstein, the villa welcomes you into its deadly legacy. Oh, it just sounds so juicy. And right now I'm really into like the mood, like picking out books that give, I'm reading this at the pool this summer because my pool opens up next month. So I need some good pool reading books. Think about this vibe at the pool. Me, bikini, bright blue pool, sun. This is a vibe and this is giving pool book. So I'm glad that I got this. I recently finished Love and Other Words and I want to try some of Christina Lauren's other books. I'm also on the hunt for a book that feels like Love and Other Words. So what better place to start than the other works by the same author herself, which I also just realized Christina Lauren is not a person. She's two writers that put their names together and made Christina Lauren. It's Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billings. So I will probably refer to Christina Lauren as they, or I'll just say she as like this writer author that they've created together. But basically I got a book by Christina Lauren. It's very me, moon tattoo right here, Twice in a Blue Moon, because the plot seemed very similar to Love and Other Words, and I already know that Christina Lauren's writing is like my favorite, so I really hope it has like the same vibe. So it's about these two that shared like their first love, but then 14 years later they come back together, and I think the whole premise is this a once in a lifetime thing, or can you get it twice in a lifetime, that like love? I don't know. I think this is such a beautiful cover, and Christina Lauren books are definitely books that I want like brand spanking new. So I'm just really on the hunt for something that gave me the same warm, fuzzy, cozy, warm feeling as Love and Other Words. If you have any suggestions, please let me know because I love Love and Other Words so much. That being said, I think the next one hopefully will give me the same vibe. If not, the cover is just kind of like a similar hue. I have had this next book on my list to buy since it came out, and it's probably still sitting in my Amazon cart. It is Late Bloomer. Look at how beautiful this cover is. This is by Maisie Eddings. It's obviously a sapphic novel, and it sounds so interesting because Opal won the lottery. It says, winning the lottery has ruined Opal Devlin's life. After quitting her dead-end job where she earned minimum wage and even less respect, she's bombarded by people knocking at her door for a handout the second they find out her bank account is overflowing with cash. And Opal can't seem to stop saying yes. She decides to move to Asheville, North Carolina, and buy a flower farm. That's what I need right now. I just need lesbians running a flower farm in North Carolina falling in love. Like, this would be the best escape. Can these opposites both live out their dreams and plant roots, or will their combustible arguing and growing attraction burn the whole place down? So cute. It's been so long since I've read a sapphic romance, and I honestly don't think I have many on my TBR upstairs, so this is long overdue and much needed. Okay, these next two, getting a little spicy, and I have not read them, so obviously I might not know what I'm getting myself into, but I got my first dark romance book, as well as, I don't think this next one counts as a dark romance, but the one after does. I've seen it all over my book talk, especially with the book girlies that I keep up with who have said amazing things about it. That is Butcher and Blackbird. This is a romance between two serial killers. That's all I know, and it was on the spicy table. I don't have many spicy books left on my TBR, and you know, sometimes they just hit. Like, sometimes you just need it. When I want something that's easy to read, I don't need to justify it. I do like my spicy books every once in a while. I'm entering my dark romance era because I bought my first dark romance book. There's literally a like preface in the beginning that literally is like, hey, this is a dark romance. Like, this is not fantasy. This is not historical romance. This is dark. There's gonna be graphic violence, explicit scenes, other mature situations. I've never had a book without warnings. So I'm just like, what is this genre? But you know, the book girlies that dabble in dark romance, I want to see what all the hype is about. I'm gonna try the Monsters and Muses series. I will just say that Barnes & Noble's advertisement marketing ploy of how they set up their books, that's what got me, because the cover looked so beautiful. Promises and Pomegranates. I guess if you don't know what this is, I don't have to feel embarrassed, and if you do, you've probably read it. We'll see. All I know is that this is sort of like Hades and Persephone, right? Isn't it kind of like loosely based off of Hades and Persephone in the underworld? Yeah. Promises and Pomegranates, Sav R. Miller. I don't know when I will get to this on my TBR, but time to see what the dark romance books are all about. I feel like every single time I open to a random page in a dark romance, it's a spicy scene. So we'll see. Last book that I got is by another newer favorite author of mine that I discovered last month, Lisa Jewell. Then She Was Gone. Sometimes I do get lucky and find Lisa Jewell books at thrift stores, so I didn't go crazy because they had a lot and I wanted to buy them all. But I figured Then She Was Gone is pretty hyped up. Oh, it's older. It's 2018, 2017. I feel like this one is still really popular though, and those popular books like this are harder to find at thrift stores. And it was on sale, so it's marked down a little bit. I don't know why, but that was a big enough reason for me to say, okay, I'll buy it. Marnie's on my books that I just bought. Those are the 6 books that I bought today for my self-therapy, but the total was only $90, so really not that bad for Barnes & Noble. And then, like I said, I stopped at my mailbox after Barnes & Noble, and surprisingly, I have kind of a little pile. And I was only expecting 2 of these. My Ipsy bag that I pay for, and then my business cards for Moonlit Vintage. But everything else I think is PR, so let's start with my business cards because I am most excited for these. If you didn't know, I recently launched an online vintage antique store. It's called Moonlit Vintage, retro vintage antique items. And one of the things that I still needed to do was order custom business cards to send out with each Etsy order. So now if you buy something from my shop, I will include a little business card. It's very official. I also have not made business cards since they were kind of like a thing for YouTubers. Back in the day, YouTubers made business cards for VidCon. And especially like smaller YouTubers, it was just like a thing and we all like traded business cards. I have really, really old YouTube business cards, but yeah, I haven't made any since then. So this was really fun. So excited to see these. Oh my God, they look so good. Moonlit Vintage. I just have the Etsy and Instagram on here. So pretty. Definitely the aesthetic of the shop. I also really want to eventually have like a booth set up in the summer for like a vintage market and sell in person. And when I do that, obviously I'm gonna have business cards out, so this will be perfect for that as well. Can't believe they're here and they're real and they feel so glossy. Beautiful. I love the warm orange colors too. This turned out really great. Moonlit Vintage Treasures, Moonlit Vintage Treasures. Gotta double check there are no typos because fun fact, I had a typo in my Etsy shop for a while and never noticed, but it's fixed now. Oh, I ordered this. I do know what this is. I just didn't recognize the package. I ordered Fragile, Handle with Care, Do Not Drop for packaging Etsy orders for my vintage shop as well. I know that sometimes this doesn't do anything, but I do feel like it helps, especially just like give reassurance to the customer that I did my best. Obviously, I would never, ever want an order to show up damaged or broken. So this is another thing within my own control that I can do. So this is also for my antique store. Other than that, the rest should be PR, right? I love getting packages now because ever since opening Moonlit Vintage, all I see when I get a package is another recycled box that I can use to ship out my own orders. Skincare company Covey, I think it's pronounced Covey and not Covey. Either way, I use them. I love them so much. They sent over a restock of their skin essentials because I'm out of mine. This is all of their socials info if you want to check them out. I highly recommend it. This is my favorite moisturizer to use before bed. What I really like about Covey is that they keep it super simple. They just have a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer. They don't overwhelm you with a ton of skincare products that you feel like you have to buy. I wash my face with the cleanser. I put the serum on in the mornings. It's the vitamin C serum, and then I put on the this moisturizer in the evenings, but obviously it's just like a 1, 2, 3 step, and I really love their products. Yeah, minimalist skincare, maximum results. I think I might have a discount code or affiliate, so I'll link it down below, but thank you so much for the restock. This next one's from Merit, which is also another makeup brand that I love so much. They always send over the best products to try. So I think we have a little bit of a, what is this? A summer launch. Oh my God, cool. I got a little postcard. I will use that. I love sending out snail mail. Okay, Merit sent over a makeup brush and then highlighting balm and lipstick. So thank you, Merit, for the restock. If I do wear makeup, it's always Merit. I feel like I've showed that in vlogs too, because I don't wear makeup all the time, but on the rare occasion that I do wear makeup, it is Merit. Beauty Stat, speaking of a makeup company, this next one is from Beauty Stat. I think this is the last one, honestly, maybe. What did Beauty Stat send me? Ooh, their vitamin C refine, what is this? E the Chemist. They sent me like a chemist kit. We'll see what this is all about. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Beauty Stat. I also have this one. It's from TikTok. It's not that big of a deal, and I don't even have to show it here, but when they offered to send me this, the practicality in me was like, yeah, let's do it. TikTok sent me a new dish rag. It's like one of those metal ones that are, I don't even know if it's metal. It's just like got that really rough metal like texture. It's a set of 5, and it's for like the really heavy duty, rough grease oil frying pans. Practical necessity. So I'm excited to try that out. I think those are all my PR items. I just have my April Ipsy bag. It's always exciting. If you are not signed up for Ipsy, but you wanna try it out, please use my link down below, because you get, I think it's 1,800 bonus sign-up points, and those can be redeemed immediately for free products. Free products range from like 400, 600, 800, 1,200 for free things, depending on what it is. So like right away, you have enough to redeem free items. Super affordable, and this is like my little treat every single month. This is my April little baggie. It's got a little peach on here, which is super cute. Definitely spring. And let's see what I have this month. It's always a little bit of a surprise, but this month, Ipsy sent over this toner, this lip tint oil, this is highlighter, this is vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, and then an Elemis moisturizer. I've actually had like the full size of this moisturizer and I love it so much, but I am out of it. So this is really nice to get a little bit of a restock. These are my products for the month, so definitely check out Ipsy, link down below. I will of course link everything else that I unboxed in this unboxing. I might as well just take it a step further, and I will link all of these books as well. I love going on like a book buying spree, but I also hate how you cannot read everything that you just bought, because right after I buy these new books is when I want to read them the most. So thinking that they're just gonna sit up there until I eventually get to them hurts so much, because I want to read them all right now, but I'm currently reading a different book. Still can't get over this beautiful tote that I got. Start to get some work done, but I think I'm just gonna end this little vlog here. Thanks for spending the last 24 hours with me as I went antiquing in Anoka with Ashton. I got to show them around a little bit of like historic Main Street. I really like that area and it was so fun. We went to the Speakeasy before we left as well, and that was really cool. I've been there before with my friend Maddie, but it was great to show Ashton. I thought this would turn into a little antique haul. It ended up being a book haul and a PR unboxing haul. Either way, I'm always thrifting and antiquing, so I'm sure there'll be another one soon, but I just wanted to document this in case we found anything good. But I definitely need to edit right now. I'm so behind on videos, so I'm gonna get some work done, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!